Everybody, this is a post talking about 2K versus Live for Sim Nation. Just want to go over some of the things that 2K and Live both got right and wrong. A lot of people haven't really given Live a chance. Like they call it trash. A lot of Sim Nation call it trash, and it's not a good game. I'm not saying it's a great game. I'm not going to sit and say it's a bad game either. But there are some things that Live does fundamentally better than 2K in. And I'm going to kind of hit on some of those things right now, as a matter of fact. I'm playing 2K right now.
Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports.
OKC versus the Rockets. Let me turn this sound down a little bit because my headphones are on blast. But yeah, hopping into a game of 2K here, broadcast cam, OKC versus the Houston Rockets. I'm gonna show you some of the things that 2K got right and wrong. First of all, it's visually beautiful in broadcast. We know this. Alright, very beautiful game. Run a little bit of offense here. See the off-ball action.
You're often going to be on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well, Greg.
Like things like that. It was okay. KD came off the screen. I'm not bad. I'm not mad at that play. It's a nice block there.
And it's Capella in at the 4 slot. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it.
Pushing it here. Slow it down a little bit. See if I can get some more offense going. Actually, I want to, after this possession, this is terrible, but I'm gonna BS this possession. I'm gonna run like more of a shooter, get shooters open type of offense, so we can see like the off-ball picks, to show you the hits and misses that 2K has every now and then. 2K, every now and then the offense will become stagnant because it's like shooters struggle to get open off picks. Like they don't know how to use picks. Right there is fluid, nice and fluid.
Now here's Durant. Harden missing his last shot.
It's another nice fluid pick. Sometimes, especially if you're running like a floppy, players will really struggle to come off picks. And I'm gonna see if I can find an example of that. It's like they know what to do. Like Czar, he did a tremendous job this year with the offense. It's a nice little hook shot, by the way. I'm not mad at that. Did a nice job this year with the immense amount of content that's in this game. Like it's a ridiculous amount of content in this game. I don't like that block there. That's kind of a weird block. Anyway, Czar did a great job with the amount of content in this game. But it's like the engine, I feel the engine is so outdated, it just can't keep up at times, See this off-ball action they got coming up. See how they kind of took forever to run that pick there?
13 feet away. Rebounded by Capella.
It's like they stood around, and you could really, it's almost like you're telegraphing. It telegraphs the play. So if you're playing against another user, they can see right away, that, oh, snap, he's about to run him off a screen, because the offense kind of, it telegraphs it. Swing it over here to Dion. Another nice little off-ball screen there. Nice and fluid so far. Not mad at this. I'm trying to find an instance where it struggles. Online, it's really bad. When you're trying to run people off screens online. I don't know what the difference is between online and offline, but there is some type of difference. Like the offense does not run as smoothly. Clint Capella with a nice and one. But offense just does not run as smoothly online as it does offline. You're trying to run people off screens, but it's like the offense becomes stagnant. They're trying to run off screens, but your players are running into force fields and
And then
it
for
just
Houston,
becomes really
Jones
ugly
checked
at
in for
times,
Howard.
you know.
Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza.
And that's another
And
thing
Lawson
I
in
kind
for
of don't like. I
Patrick
like
Beverly.
in live
Now here's Payne.
more so than 2K.
He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Cantor. Good
That's a
for
passing
the
wheel shit I
basket,
got
starting
there.
off
But when you're coming up the court
1 for 1 with that
in
shot.
broadcast game in
Defensively,
2K,
that possession better not start
alright,
a trend because they just
you can't see the other side of the court when you're in the backcourt, right?
There's the pick. Harden
So
inside the three-point line. Singler with the rebound.
you're wasting
Major
time,
defensive lapse
essentially.
right there. I mean, he's not a player
When you
can
get
leave
past the court,
open
you
for
finally
a
see
jump
where your
shot. You
play
gotta stay
initiating
attached
spot
to him.
is,
They're lucky
and you
he
have to
couldn't
hustle
punish
to the
him
other
for
side
it.
of the court,
Now here is about
you know, to try to
hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure
initiate
will
your
change.
offense. You just wasted like 8 seconds, you know.
There's
So
a screen by
I like in
Cantor.
live how that arrow's there to
Kicks
point
to
you
him
in the
out
right
there.
direction.
Goes up the baseline. James Harden with the rebound.
That's something 2K could implement
For
to make the
Houston, they've
offense
gotten 3 of 8
initiate
shots to fall
faster
for
and run
them
more
here in the
smoothly.
first quarter.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few
It's a good
years.
shot there.
They have
I'm not
remained
mad at that.
competitive, but you wonder what could have been.
Like
if
for
they
instance,
landed
coming up the
or
court,
kept some of those
play
big
ran in the
names.
middle at that time,
Here's
but
Payne.
if I was coming up the
Following
court
this
and
score by
the play initiated on the left side, I couldn't see that until I crossed the other side of the court. You know, see that? Okay, now we're starting to get to the nitty gritty.
Goes up on the high post.
Go in the replay here. Now look at this off-ball action here. You know, they know where they're supposed to go. The AI is there, but it's like the engine is just outdated. And that's another thing I don't like. Like, why can't Ty Lawson fight around that without, you know, deciding, hey, that's my man, let me guard him. But anyway, off ball. Look at the screen here. Anthony Morrow, like, what is that? It's like he hits a force field. And after he hits that force field, it's like, I don't know what to do now. What do I do now? These are things I'm talking about that happen online a lot more than offline, but online this happens a lot, you know, and it really slows you down. That whole action right there, like what's going on there, you know? And James Harden also getting stuck on Serge, thinking that's his man after he's trying to come through. That's another issue that needs to be fixed, because a lot of people online in a competitive setting eat off that. Like if you're running a handoff, but you're not handing it off, you're just going to pass to the man that's overlapping you. They take advantage of that. They see, oh, hey, I know this man's going to run over me, and I know that his man is going to pick me up, so I'm going to have 2 people guarding me, so I'm just going to throw to, you know, Anthony Morrow there for the open shot. People eat off that online. That's something that needs to be fixed. But just this whole, I'm indecisive about where I want to go, like, that's something that happens in 2K a lot compared to live. Live, you don't really see that a lot in live.
And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take
But,
a very analytical approach
you know,
to team building. Greg, you and I talked
off
about
the
that
negatives,
before. You know,
2K
that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your
obviously
front
has
office
a
makes no
lot of
qualms
positives
about
to
viewing
it.
players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
The immense amount of offensive content in this
For
game
the Rockets.
is just
So, you know,
ridiculous.
Anthony Moore,
Like,
one of the
it's almost
real
overwhelming
blazers
for someone
as a
that
long-range bomber, and
is
the
really
first
dipping their
rookie
feet
ever
into
to
Sim
lead the
Nation. You know, they want to
three-point
become
percentage.
Sim.
Hit over 46%
Just
his
the
first year.
amount
There's always a
of
place for a guy
of
like that.
offense that's in this
Checked in
game.
for the
It's like a
Rockets.
million
Terry
plays,
comes in for James Harden.
like 20 plus,
Now
you know,
here's Terry.
freelances
Coming in
to
off a
choose
10-point
from.
game his last outing.
You know, it could be overwhelming, and it's a good thing. You can build your own playbooks and all that.
Takes possession.
And it's
talking
just,
about
I mean, they did
Anthony
such a
Morrow's
good job with that.
development,
You can
he did it
really
the hard way. Came
build
in
your playbook,
undrafted in his first pro
custom
start.
tailor it to you so you can have some type of
37
offensive
points.
identity.
Most points ever by an
I really
undrafted
love
player
that.
in his rookie year.
Yeah, that was
About
amazing
2K.
in that game. And, you know, the 2010,
So we got here
2011
kind of
season,
action.
he had the second highest three-point percentage in league history. I mean, he's been traded multiple times in his
I want to talk
career,
about the pick and roll a
though,
little
because
bit,
he's still
you know, after I
refining the rest of his game, wanting to be more than
get
just
my
a
offense
shooter.
together here.
Here's Morrow. He had 10 points in the win against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. And he'll shoot
pick
free
and
throws
roll
here.
in
Clearly
2K
fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing.
I think is a weak spot right now. Something about the way the defense defends the pick and roll is just not what you would see in real life. You know, in real life, you know, you're running the pick and roll, you run your man off the screen, there's a hedger, because of the man being screened and the hedger stepping out, there should be a pocket that opens up to where you can hit, your man that's rolling to the basket with a pocket pass, a bounce pass, typically. But in 2K, that pocket is never there, ever, It's there rarely, but usually it's not there. I'm just going to run some pick and roll offense to show you what I'm talking about here.
Now Payne looking for his first basket.
Like, you see how there's no pocket there?
It's deflected.
If you're trying to force, like, the pick and roll is supposed to be a bread and butter play for most of the league, It's a tough play to defend. But in 2K, because of the way they defend it, it's like pick and roll is just not a good option in 2K. And I thought it was in the beginning. It's a lot better than it was last year. Or it was a lot better than it was last year at the beginning, before all the patches. But it's like after this latest patch or a couple patches in, we're back to where 2K15 was in the pick and roll. It's just not a very good. It's not a very good option, Typically the pick and rolls ran. Now, if you do hit your roller, you're hitting them with a lead pass, which is another issue in this game, and it just doesn't look natural. The bounce pass is never there, ever, so there's really no point in trying to run it. But I'm going to run some more pick and roll, then I'm going to show you a replay of exactly what I'm talking about.
Competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
Set the pick, Steven.
Back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play.
All right, running the pick. All right.
Stands out to you from Oklahoma City.
You see how it just didn't look very natural. There was no hedger there because it was Steven Adams, but it just doesn't work like it should. You know what I mean?
To see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Rockets.
Like there's no pocket there. You know what I mean? Like when I run him off the pick, which wasn't even really a good pick, but I run him off the pick, there should be something there, you know what I mean? But it's like he goes over top of Josh instead of underneath, and Josh didn't hedge, and the pick wasn't a very good pick to begin with. You know what I mean? It's just like the pick and roll is just so hit and miss in 2K, and I think that's something they could maybe work on, make it more true to life, more authentic. I would like to see them rebuild the pick and roll to where you can actually use it and then give your roller a bounce pass in that pocket that forms.
Here's Ariza. Misses off the left iron.
Run some more pick and roll
And the
here.
Thunder with the possession here. We know Oklahoma City has
Picks
the
there.
stars,
See how there's just nothing there, There's
but Greg, this team, and you appreciate this,
when he hedges. Now I have to throw this over top lead pass that just doesn't look very natural. It just, I don't know. It just doesn't look very natural to me. It's a good hedge and all that, and it's okay. I guess that's not a bad play. But still, I don't know. It's just not very NBA-ish, not very authentic looking. You know what I mean? Like,
in that area,
it just looks weird.
Wasn't always true, but last year the Thunder really hung their hat on.
That's something I think Live really excels in. The fundamentals. The pick and roll in Live is gorgeous. It's really gorgeous, actually. The pocket opens up. You can deliver that bounce pass in the pocket. The picks actually work. I ain't gonna say consistently, but like your pick man sets good picks generally. Like he should. He's solid. See how Dwight was there? He wasn't really aiming at me. Like he was just setting a pick just to set a pick. He's not really trying to find. He's not finding a body. He's picking a spot. You know what I mean? Which leads to nothing. Like now you got to pick and pop. You got Dwight on the outside. It's just pick and roll. Here's another pick. See that? Like there was no pocket. There was nothing.
And the shot is long.
So I think that's something they can work on. Another thing I'd like to see them work on. They brought in these these handoffs,
To Westbrook.
which are okay. They're hit and miss also, though.